What is up, guys? Eric here from BBM Productions with a semi-educational video. Now, I'm going to make this as short as possible, but yeah, I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit nervous about a few other things I'm working on, so I might roll over my words, etc. Plus, I'm not getting into the ultra technical stuff regarding speakers, but something happened this week with somebody I know that I worked with a few years back. And the lesson here learned is that local pro audio companies in our country are sales reps. They are not pro sound engineers, audio engineers, etc. Some of them have the know-how because they were working with the gear there and realized what they have to do with it. Or somebody explained it to them when they started selling it. They don't know it in depth. They do not know the physics behind it. They don't know anything else. And with this incident that happened with this colleague, it's a very good key moment to explain. Well, it's a good example of what happened. So he has a different brand, a bit more premium than Hybrid. I bought this as experiment, and the experiment did work quite well, but also it enlightened me in many ways. So this woofer has taught me a lot. Now, this man has a bit more premium brand, and what happened is at one of his gigs, the spider, that orange yellowy thing there, pulled off of the basket at one of his gigs. Now, there's a multitude of reasons why that can happen, which I'm not getting into right now because that will take forever. But it happened. And then he got it semi-fixed, and instantly at the other gig, something else went wrong, and it then popped off again. And yeah, so he sent it in back to this shop that he knew. And when he got it back, he asked me, what should I do with the woofer? It keeps breaking and stuff. And I told him, because of the circumstances of the spider coming off, maybe you didn't break in the new spider before your gig. And he said, yeah, I just went and played. And that's normal. Most people want to buy something and it should just work. Cool. The thing is, it's better to loosen up the spider and stuff so that the driver can play to its max potential and you do not hurt the driver here or anywhere actually. Now, he gets his woofer back, and while doing the preconditioning, the woofer pulls off here, and he sends me a video and he's like, look at this, what the hell? And instantly I saw that the glue they used was the wrong one. They used Pratley glue. Pratley is very hard. It doesn't move. It's not like this glue or the typical glues that we use on drivers or woofers in this case. And the problem with that is it will always break off like that. And now this is from, yeah, look, actually here's a droplet of that. I wonder if it's gonna, yeah, there's a droplet of it. Let me see. Yeah, see, there's a droplet of the glue. More glue like this, even if it's a bit messy, like this, is better. So it's that one there. Anyway, so I told him, go to one of my contacts that fixes woofers. And the reason why is so you can get the real proper glue and let them inspect the woofer for in case. And we discovered, well, they discovered, that outside of the glue problems, they wired the woofer with 4 ohm wire. Now, the reason why that's a problem is the coil that's in here is an 8 ohm wire coil, which is thin. It's a certain width. Now, that one only fits that certain gap. So see, let's say here is the coil gap. So this is a 3-inch coil, which is actually pretty good for a mid-range driver. Now, it's decent, I'll say it like that. So let's say here's the circle where the coil fits in. So the coil sits in there and it moves up and down. It moves when current is being fed through these terminals, etc. Okay, cool. So the Pro Audio drivers has a very thin gap. It's not like this. It's not like car audio with a thick wire. It's very thin, meaning it's very efficient and finite with its movement from side to side, which in fact, they try. The reason why the excursion is not that crazy on these is because more excursion means less linearity. It means more excursion means it will start to do this. And if the coils coil touches the sides, it will start to break or short. So let's imagine that driver of this person has the 4-ohm wire now. Now somehow it fits and it moves, but the problem is, even if it didn't make any noise or cause any issues instantly, eventually it will, because that's way too thick of a wire for that gap. So they literally put the wrong coil on. Who knows? It's maybe not even the proper brand's coil there. So they put this the wrong thickness there, and then also screwed up all the gluing. So this driver is essentially ruined. That's a very expensive driver that's essentially ruined. And the poor dude, he is very distraught because he doesn't know who to put the blame on. But I'm saying this, it's on the Pro Audio company. He initially went and got it fixed at because of the wiring. Now, this is me saying it from afar. I didn't see pictures, etc. But I take the person who checked the woofer's word here, because he has fixed many woofers, Pro Audio included. Now, the problem here is, if that wire is really too thick, then the whole woofer needs to be fixed. And if the glue is screwed up, the whole cone, dust cap, spider, everything needs to be replaced. And the problem is, in our local country, we do not have per se drop-in kits unless you contact the company directly, which is from overseas. So the reason why that thick wire is an issue is just because of the coil gap's width. If it wasn't the issue, then obviously the woofer would just play, reglue would be needed, and then centering would be needed from there. That would be it. However, this is where the issue is. If that coil is not centered right on the former, etc., it will still rub. So lesson learned here, guys. If you guys go to some of the Pro Audio shops, do understand that there are more sales reps than audio engineers. They didn't go to school for 10 years plus or even 5 years to learn about this stuff. They got the job, they got told what the thing does, and they have to sell it. I always take that into account when I ask them stuff, because when you really get technical, you will not get a proper reply. If somebody does do something where they have a good understanding, it's usually shocking to me. I know of one person, he's been in the industry for a long time. He's not just a sales rep because he was actually interested in sound overall. That is good, because that person you can talk to, and funny enough, he's one of the best sales reps at his company. Well, the company he's at. So yeah, guys, in the end, if you have a Pro Audio driver, and it's, let's say, a bit more premium, let's say it's Electro Voice, QSC, etc., rather break the bank and buy a whole new woofer and get that one fixed at a recoiling company later. The reason why is because of stuff like this. It happened with us, with me and my uncle. We both had drivers that we needed to get fixed. We went to a Pro Audio shop, gave it to them. They put the wrong cone, wrong coil. It didn't even really work. It was shorting, etc. Same thing, literally almost the same thing happened with my uncle. And also he had the situation with the glue not being right. In fact, it wasn't really properly glued on. It was this thin layer of glue. Meanwhile, more glue is better. If it looks leaky, like you guys can see with this one, it's not that bad. That just means they really focused on gluing it. Funny enough, this driver, I've pounded it into the infrasonic levels in this box, as you can see, and while inverted, and it still runs. It's perfectly fine. The only thing is, I'm pretty sure I have, let me see if I can lift this thing up with one hand. I'm pretty sure somewhere around here I maybe have a leak, maybe there, I'm not sure, because I was doing something with this driver that you should not do. You should not run this driver below 20 hertz. But this was an experimental driver. And yeah, I hope this helps a few people, because it's a problem I see with a lot of guys that are in the industry, that do gigs and events. They don't understand this aspect, that these guys are not really there to fix the stuff. They're just there to replace it and sell you stuff. And the quicker you realize this, faster you get better service and stuff. This is also why buying premium in our country is an issue, because there's no drop-in kits that you can glue yourself. There's no tutorials about it even on how to do it yourself. Yeah, I hope this helps, and cheers.